I don't know if Jack Harlow realizes this, but he is doing something potentially revolutionary by partnering with MITH. I found out about them entirely by accident because of this tweet. That link was tweeted with no context, which left some in understandable confusion. But if you are an avid Jack Harlow fan, then you know that Private Garden is the collective of him, the homies, Nemo, Urban, all them folks. So I was like, what is this? I'm gonna click it. So I clicked it. This is what I saw. Peep, peep, peep. Okay. Now, some people would see that $150 price tag and be like, are you joking? But me, I was excited AF because I saw it for what it really was. So what is it? Boom. The return of fan clubs, which is so exciting. Okay, so we all know about stands, right? The Swifties, the Ironators, the Navy, the Barbs. But something that's been a hot topic for a long time is what is it that we can do to maximize artist-fan connection? That relationship has been significantly affected by the rise of streaming because now we don't have the ability to really connect with artists in the ways that we did prior to that. So there once was a time that when an album or a single or whatever was released, people would line up at the store waiting for it to open so they can get their hands on a CD. So there were so many more tangible experiences tied to music outside of touring and the things that we have now. Besides that, back in the day, you would have like signings, people would stand outside watching artists perform at the Today Show, and then of course fan clubs. So most of these things that I just mentioned are essentially non-existent today. The most common type of physical or tangible interaction that we have with artists and their music is going to live shows. But again, why this was exciting to me is because it's like, okay, we're bringing the fan clubs back. Okay, so let's go back to Jack's fan club for a second. $150. This is all that you get for $150. Expedited entry to the venue, preferred seating, members only pre-party, members passport, lifetime membership, and you get to attend future events and unlock stuff. So it's like, that's a lot of stuff to get for only $150 for a lifetime. Like, he's already been, doing this for like, say, I don't know, 10 years. He's been hot for like 3 or 4 years. He's probably going to be doing it for another 10, 15, 20, 30, whatever years. Lifetime for $150? That's not bad, man. That's not bad. So something else that I had noticed that he's doing with this pass that I think is really dope and that he didn't have to do, but it's great that he's doing, is that he doesn't make any money from this, actually. So all the money from the Private Garden membership passes are actually going to his foundation, the Jack Harlow Foundation, which essentially reinvests in his hometown of Louisville. So I think that's really fire. Every year for the past couple of years, Jack has held something called the No Place Like Home Tour, and that's how people can exercise the passes. So as you can see below on the website, it'll tell you not coming to Kentucky, you can join the wait list because essentially you don't have much of a use for the pass if you're not in Kentucky or going to the shows in Kentucky. So I'm a little crazy, so I'm probably the only person who would do this, but literally the reason why I decided to go to the show I'm going to, the one in Lexington, is because I wanted to exercise the pass. I was like, okay, I'm way too curious about any of this to miss out. Literally, FOMO is why I'm going to Kentucky for the first time. And again, no, I know that's crazy. I don't care. Also, look at these pre-party photos. Stop. They're so cute. So this is the first comment I made in the Lexington sub forum. It basically works like a subreddit for anyone who uses Reddit. And mind you, there's probably not more than like 150, 200, 300 something, members in this. Why was there somebody in there? Look, why was there somebody in there who was like, I love your tweets? I'm like, bro, that's so funny / embarrassing. And of course, you can like see your stats and stuff, like how many days you've been on there, how many topics you looked at, any kind of activity, liking stuff, commenting, reading, what's popular, all that jazz. This is my profile. It's cute, nothing crazy. And then if you look down below, it says that I'm a founding member of Private Garden, which again, I think is like so cute because before it was just like a boys club and now it's like anybody who's a part of the fan club is a part of the PG. Like, okay. I highly recommend using it on desktop as opposed to mobile because it's like a little finicky on mobile, but it's a much smoother experience on desktop. But it does work fine on mobile. So if you're on the go, you can log in, you can check it out. It's cute. And again, why this is exciting to me is not necessarily just because of Jack, but because of how many other artists and creators are going to want to leverage a platform like this to be able to connect with their fan base. Like, even in this photo alone, I could totally see a Taylor Swift fan club going crazy. Lil Nas is someone who was like a child of the internet. So it's like he would do so well on a platform like this. Doja Cat, y'all already know about Doja Cat in them chat rooms. So it's like, this is second nature to her. Like, she'd crush it. Someone else who would do really well on a platform like this is Travis Scott. I already know because I was in his Discord, and let me tell you, the Cactus Jacks, whatever the hell they call themselves, woo, they go up. His Discord was so crazy that it was on slow mode at all times. At all times. So no matter what time you were in the Discord, you can only comment once every 5 minutes. And it was still going crazy. That's how many people were in there. So he would crush it on Myth. Emma Chamberlain can be really interesting because she seems to be someone who's really accessible. Her fans really rock with her to the point where they're buying physical products. She has like coffee that's doing really well right now. There's Charlie D'Amelio, who is Charlie D'Amelio. Not much more needs to be said. Drewski would be so fun. Incorporating, like, you know, for lifers and could have been. I feel like there's a lot that could be done there. Okay, so how did I get to the very aesthetically pleasing Myth website? Simple. I scrolled to the bottom, I clicked Myth, right? And so that loaded up and it redirected to the MITH.io website where creation meets connection meets control. Love to see it. We're here on the site, you're scrolling through, you see Jack, who's their flagship artist. You see how they talk about all the different things that they do for artists and creators at large, which is ownership essentially, and creativity and connecting with an audience, leveraging AI. Now, how exactly they leverage AI, I honestly couldn't tell you, but I'm super interested in finding out. Funny enough, prior to even knowing any of that, even before I had gone to the website, I had done some digging on Twitter, and the FAQ actually confirmed that they do leverage frontier technologies, right? So that means multiple. That essentially is another way of saying emerging tech. Emerging tech generally refers to Web3, which is blockchain tech, or AI. In this case, it's both. So I made a whole thread about this. And again, I was just kind of going off gut and a little bit of research. Like, I didn't actually know for certain, but it ended up being confirmed by the official accounts. I was like, yeah! Check it out on Twitter. If you look in the Only with Myth replies, or you can search on my page. If you know me, you know that I love this stuff and I think about this stuff a lot, to the point where I even write about it for publications. I tweet about it and I even write about it in my newsletter. I know sometimes people hear about emerging tech like Web3 and AI and they get really nervous, but I, for one, am confident that the way Myth is leveraging these technologies is in the best interest of creators. And so I'm super excited to see exactly how they're going to do that. After all, Atlantic has worked with emerging tech companies before, and they're super careful about who they partner with, especially when it comes to their artists. So I know that they're doing it right. In conclusion, if you are an artist or a creator, or if you work with artists or creators, or if you're a fan of artists or creators, and you want them to be involved with this platform with Myth, I would go to the website, MITH.io, check it out. You can nominate who you think would be a good fit, and then who knows, maybe they'll end up in there. And next thing you know, you could have first access to their fan club. If you're not with Myth, you're missing out. Sorry, had to do it. If you made it all the way to the end of this, thank you. I love you. Comment what you think and let me know if you're feeling bullish or bearish on Myth and who you would like to see on here.